If you guys like how I do my chart analysis on YouTube and you want to learn how to do it yourself, click the link below to check out the Vee Trades technical analysis course. What's up traders, this is Vee Trades and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for C Limited with the ticker symbol SE. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. Here we have the daily chart for C Limited, and you can see that the macro pattern is still a downtrend. Let's go ahead and put some drawings on here to better analyze what the price is doing. So you can see that we were inside of this macro downtrend channel, and we finally got the first break of it very recently. This does look like a candle that's outside of the channel, but it's not really convincing. It could just be the channel not perfectly drawn, and again, market isn't perfect, so if we see something like this, it's really not that big of a deal. I would say this is the first break of the pattern, all these price bars, and whenever we get a first break of a pattern, and it usually fails, and we go back down to retest the lows if we're in a downtrend. So the lows for C Limited are currently at the $84, $85 price target or level, and that's where I think prices are headed next. This market is looking pretty bearish, and a bunch of other stocks look like they really want to pull back. We had this nice little channel working higher right here, but this one's played out because we already had two legs up to new high. So you can see this was the first leg up right here, and this was the second leg. So we already had the correction play out. You could say that we had a kind of a spike in a channel, so maybe this was a little flatter, maybe something like that. Either way, it looks like the correction is played out. It looks like prices really want to drop now and to fill in this gap too. So this is huge gap that was created, and to fill in the gap we would have to pull back to the $93 price level. So really not that far away from my $85 price target. So there's a gap on the chart right here, is an empty space. The market does not like to have these empty spaces on the chart for too long. Not all of them get filled, but it's definitely a price target to focus on if we're going to continue lower. So we were consolidating for a little bit, but now it looks like we're not finding any support on the bottom side of the consolidation, and we just broke outside of this sideways pattern. So it looks like we could easily just drop down to fill in this gap and retest the all-time low for this downtrend. So that's where I think prices are headed next, right at the $85 level. If we do continue lower, where are we going? Well, let's look at a measured move. You can see this was the first impulse down, and this was the second impulse, and this one's already played out, and we corrected higher, and now we could potentially continue lower. And if we continue lower, I need to combine the first two measured moves and make it one large one. And the target that I have for C Limited, a possible target, is right at the $46, $47 price level. So it's very low, and we'll have to wait and see if the market wants to get here. We don't have to get here. We could reverse possibly at the $85 target, or even right now, but we got to think in probabilities. It looks like the market wants to continue lower, and there are reasons for it to continue lower. Not a lot of bullish reasons as of right now. So I believe that's everything I have for you guys on the daily chart. I believe we're going to probably fill in this gap and then probably even retest the lows of this downtrend. So let's go and wrap this up on the weekly chart. Here we have the weekly chart for C Limited, and I can see all the price action since 2019 and 2020. We had this massive run up, but it looks like the balloon has popped and the air is coming out of it and is deflating. So this is what the price action looks like it's doing. It looks like we're coming back to the starting point of this entire up move, and the starting point for this entire up move is right at that $50 level, and it's very close to that measured move that I had at the $47, $46 price level. So whenever we have this massive run up and we start coming back down to the starting point, usually the market retraces 90% or even 100% of the entire move down. The 100% move down will be right at that $50 level. Maybe the 90% is right at that $85 price level. So you can see that once we reach the $85 price level, which I believe we can, there's really not a lot of support stopping it to dropping to the $50 level. So as fast as we went up, that's how fast we can go down. There's really not any levels or a lot of orders that the market has to work through. For example, you can see that this was a nice floor, at this 209. You can see that price action created this floor and the market bounced from it, and then it consolidated for a few weeks before continuing lower. Once we get to these price levels, we can still do the same type of pattern, but it's less likely because there's really no floor over here. There's very minor support. There's no really strong support. This was a nice strong support, but there was more aggressive sellers to bring down the market. Over here, the market could come down really quick and fast. So that's everything I have for the weekly chart. Looks like the short sellers are still in play, looking for the $85 price target. If we fail to find any support there, we can enter the $50 price level shortly after that. So we are getting far from the EMA, so eventually we will probably pull back to it and have a larger pullback. But as right now, since this is a lot of aggressive short selling, we can continue to be far away from it for a while. So that's everything I have for C Limited. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel since you might be surprised on what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.